Let's take a look at matrix operations on a TI-89 calculator. This is my website, www.mathheals.com, and you find more links to YouTube videos on this site. There's a graphing calculators link, and then if you click that, go into college algebra, and you'll see all the different topics you can do in college algebra on the graphing calculator. And there'll be different models of calculators here, so you choose whichever one you have. Now over here in math class information, I'll eventually change that to math lectures. If you click that, you go into college algebra. If you're struggling with a particular topic, like quadratic equations, you can come out here and watch this YouTube video. Don't click on the WebEx videos. That was before I knew how to do YouTube. YouTube's your best one to look at. Okay, let's take a look at matrix operations then. So we got A is equal to 7, -1, 2, -5, and B is equal to -8, 3, -4, 1. And our first one we're going to find is A plus B. Well, let's go ahead and put our two matrices first. And I'm going to do a clear here, do an up arrow, and then backspace over and over to clean this out. Okay. Now press my apps, and you see you got a data matrix editor here. So I'm going to press 6. Just choose the number that's in front of it, and you'll do probably new. I already got A and B defined, so I'm going to get an error when I do this. But if I choose new, choose 3. Then it'll come up and ask you for type. You right arrow, and you want to choose matrix. So you put 2 in. Then I'll down arrow and down arrow to the variable, and we'll put A in. And I never can tell when I have alpha lock on. I'll do an equals. Okay, it puts an A there. Now if I do a down arrow, this is a 2 by 2. So if I put 2 in, I don't think it'll put 2. I think it'll put R. Let's see. Yeah, see, it's still an alpha. So I'll do a clear, and I'll push the alpha key one time, and then I can put 2 in. And then down here I'll put 2. And then you press enter, and that'll save the column dimension. And then you press enter again, and it'll save the matrix. Mine will get an error. Okay, variable or flash application use. Okay, escape to cancel. I'll escape again. After you've defined it the first time, then you can just go in and modify it. So if I go to apps and choose data matrix editor, choose 6, and instead of new I choose open. So I do 2 for open. Then I'm going to right arrow over, and I want to choose matrix, and down arrow through folder, I put everything under main, and then variable. See how it says A? It's not guessing correctly or anything. That's just the first one I got defined. If I do my right arrow key, see that I have A, B, and C defined. So I'll do enter on A, and then I'll do enter again. Now it comes up, and we have different different columns, different rows, and so forth. It'd be nice, and I haven't figured out, but it'd be nice if you could delete it on the fly, like right here. But I couldn't figure out how to do that. What you can do is you can go into your utility menu. Now there's 2 different ways you can get into it. If I press F1, it'll bring up that menu, and then you could right arrow over to F6. And you see we have Resize Matrix. So I'm going to choose 6, and then this is going to be a 2 by 2, so do 2, then down arrow, and then do 2, down arrow, and then I'll press enter to save it. Okay, so I resized it. I could also have brought up that menu. See, F6 is above your F1, so I do second F1. That would have brought up the same menu. I'll do escape to close that menu. And now let's enter our matrix. So do 7, enter, -1, enter, 2, enter, -5, enter. Okay, I got those entered, so now I'm going to exit out. So do second escape, quit. And I want to go back into it. So I'll do apps and choose data matrix editor. And then I'm going to do an open. Now you'll probably do a new because you don't have B defined. But I'll do 2 for open. And I'll right arrow, and I want to choose matrix. Down arrow to the variable, I'll do a right arrow, and I'm going to down arrow to B. And then press enter. And then enter again. Okay, now I want to resize it. So I'm going to do second F1 to go into F6. Choose 6 for Resized Matrix. And it's a 2 by 2, so I already got 2 there. That's fine. I can do a down arrow. And I'll put 2 for the column. If I down arrow, that'll save it. And if I do enter, that'll save the changes. Then I'll put in -8, enter, 3, enter, and -4, enter, and 1, enter. Okay, so I'm going to X that out now. So I do Control Escape. Now we're ready to do A plus B. Okay, and so I'll do alpha equals for A plus alpha beginning parentheses for B, and then press enter. So that tells us that we got -1, 2, -2, and -4. And that would be our first operation. Okay, next one we want to find is A minus B. Well, you can probably figure out what we're going to do here. I'll do alpha equals for A minus alpha beginning parentheses for B, and then press enter. And we got 15, -4, 6, and -6. And that's our answer. And I have no clue what the third one is. A times B. Okay. Now to do A times B. We're going to do alpha equals for the A times, and then alpha beginning parentheses for the B, and then press enter. -5220. And 4 and 1. I'm trying to determine which calculator it is where you have to put the asterisk in there. Some of them you can just put A next to B and it works. Let me try that. Let me do alpha equals and alpha beginning parentheses. And press enter. Ah, this is a calculator where you have to put a times between it. I keep thinking it's like T82 or T81, but it's this one. Okay, I'll press clear on that. Let's look at our fourth item. Fourth item is 7A minus 2B. So 7A minus 2B. You can probably figure out what we're going to do here. We're going to type in exactly as you see it. So 7, and I don't know if I need a times on this or not. Let's leave it off. Then alpha equals minus 2, and then alpha beginning parentheses. I put alpha lock on because I pushed it twice, so I'll do alpha there, shut it off, and then press enter. Okay. That gives us 65 and -13. Get my pen to work. There it goes. 65, -13, 22, and -37. Okay, our fifth one. A squared. And we go ahead and write down 6 while I'm at it. That's B to the third. And again, you can probably figure these out at this point, but we'll look at them. A squared. Okay, well I'm going to do alpha equals for the A, and then I'll do caret 2 for the squared, and press enter. And we get 47, -2, and 423. Okay, let's do B to the third. So I'll do alpha, beginning parentheses for the B. We're just accessing in purple the letter above it. And then caret 3. And press enter. -332, 135. -332, 135. And -180 and 73. -180 and 73. Now this is doing matrix operations on a TI-89 calculator.